Yes, such spontaneous, very stream. I wasn't gonna today, but then I was sitting there this morning like, you know what would be nice? I don't have big plans today. I should edit the previous VOD and upload it, but you know, one thing at a time. Happy Boxing Day morning. As growing up an American, I did not do Boxing Day. Learned about that later in life. It was always Christmas Eve, Christmas. The end. Still kind of in a food coma. I love holiday and seasonal food. Do you mind sharing with me what you had that's put you in this delightful food coma? I hope it's delightful. I love food. I am a food fanatic. Hello, Xlay. Welcome, welcome. Good morning and happy Boxing Day. Homie Janazakwa. How are you doing? How's everyone? I know that the holidays are not like a great time for everyone. So I'm hoping that talking about our Christmas experiences and stuff is not too horrible, but also regardless of whether you celebrate these things, I hope that you are finding your own ways to take care of yourself during this time of year and make sure that you're getting wonderful, delightful treats and that you're spending quality time with yourself and loved ones, even if it's in a completely different capacity. Very important, I think. It's part of, even though I'm not religious, I don't really celebrate Christmas in any means that it's meaningful, but besides I've turned it into my own thing where I just want to make sure that I spend time with family and friends in some capacity. But yeah, insomnia as always. I'm sorry to hear that. Hello, Mees. Ninja, I love you. How are you? Keep the wholesome vibes going. Buried under 3 dogs. I love to hear it. Spending a few days with family. We're going out for a walk this morning. Food comas later. That sounds really nice. You unfortunately worked for the holiday, but at least the day off for your niece's first birthday. Well, that's lovely. I'm glad that you get to, I'm glad that you get to do that at least. I'm really sorry that yeah, working during the holidays is rough, especially because oftentimes those jobs are customer facing and you have to deal with the general public during the stress of the holidays, which is horrible. So my heart goes out to you. My kind gentle bard. It's 4 a.m. in the morning. Oh yeah. So glad you can finally watch it live. I have not even really Chaos Merlin. I don't know if you have a character. Who here has a character that has not been read on a live yet? Pestilence. Good morning. 3 a.m. here. My goodness, I'm hitting the late night US crowd. You're amazing too, Ninja. Have a good one. Thank you so much for saying hi. Ashter Tencreek. My father was Ashter Tencreek. We still had people come after our hours closed. So rude. Oh, I need air. Our home is delightfully well insulated. It is saved in my mind. Yeah, I'm so sorry dropping time. It's so bad. Good morning, Elder. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, anyone joining in, please just let me know if you have a character we have not read for you yet. And we will add you to the list. I only have Chaos Merlin, who I'm not even certain. Did we confirm you have a character? I don't think we've read your character. Mees with Ashter Tencreek, Syllabub, Sky Full of Stars. So right now the list is wide open. I have learned that this time is much hold on, I can't type and talk. Pestilence, Muriel. Yes, I know I've read yours, Skelly. Yeah, I know a lot of folks here I've definitely read because I recognize you. I would need a reminder of your character names, but I know I've read your character. Benny, yes, the cutoff, right. Benny! I know because I started singing the same thing. So what is this? Great question. Great question. This, I keep stopping to type Crystal Witch I can't say that. This Hi, I'm Andorko. I'm a bard in real life, and I've been writing songs by your original TTRPG characters. If you can tell, I say that a lot for my videos. It is the script. Le script. I've been doing that. So what happened is I have over 1,000 submissions. There's no way I can write songs for all of these characters, and honestly, there's not even a way I'm going to get through all of these characters in a live reading. However, I can get through a lot more characters in a live reading than I can writing songs, because songs are huge time commitment and creative commitment. Where reading, I can just have a lot of fun sitting here and reading your stories to you. Yeah, huge impressive turnout, Triton. It's more, we're almost triple the previous year's submissions and in way less time. So anyways, I'm a bard with really good words. I have been live reading character submissions for folks here in chat as possible. One day I will have read all the characters of people who are showing up to the lives, and we will just read random character stories, but so far I can't even read all the stories for everyone in chat, so until that point we're just reading characters for people in chat. Ugly cried at her death, yeah. Post-Christmas live! Hey sweetie, good morning from the ponies. Good morning back to the ponies. I miss being around horses. I tried to reach out to we have like a ranch near us. It's like it's not really a ranch, but it's kind of like a ranch. And I tried reaching out to be like, hey, I would love to be part of the group lessons, and I know you're full right now, but these are like a waiting list I could join, or maybe I could volunteer to like help. And they were just like, we're full. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm glad you love listening in. I try to make these fun, and yeah, I do ramble a lot. When I interviewed for my first journalism job, I said I was eloquent and then forgot all my words. Syllabub. What a mood. What a mood. Merry Christmas. I hope you're also having an awesome day. My character Muriel Belmont pissed off Dad. As you do. As you do. Full, like your character lists. I know, I never want a character death. They look like they hurt too much, right? Oh, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Hey, Felwind, how are you? Felwind, did we read your character? I know I've had you on a list. Yeah, but I grew up next to like a horse area stable, similar in the States. And I just went and like hung out. And then eventually I did get a horse for a couple of years, but then college. Robyn, yes, we are creating the list to read right now. Merry Christmas, enjoy, have a great sleep. My character's just retired into oblivion somewhere. X-Light, what a mood. I'm hella scared of character death because my DM sure seems like the type to do so for the story. Whoo! Yeah, I've not finished a campaign ever yet, so haven't reached a point where characters would definitely be reaching the end of their story. Yes, Robyn, and the list is not overly long at the moment. What I think I started saying, is what I've learned about this time of day is that because it's the early morning EU people, it's not even that early. It's early to some people. It's the morning EU people and the late night, like middle of the night, late people in the States, and that party is just a lot less active in terms of like numbers of people who are around, but chat still gets poppin'. We still get plenty of like characters to read through. It's just a little more chill than my late night EU when it's American morning and then the EU are all off of work and like hanging out. 10:25? Same here. Woke up at 7. Also almost same, but I did manage to fall back asleep. Muriel has also almost died 10 times and was kept alive by the party. Oh my god. 9:25 in the UK right now. Most people will still be sleeping off Christmas. Yeah. Oh, you're Dutch. Nice. I like the EU morning lives are very chill. I agree. I've been enjoying it, which is also why I decided I was up for it today. I wasn't originally gonna do a stream today, but I woke up and I was like, I feel like reading characters. Why not do that on the internet with everybody else? So here we are. Here we are. It's 9 a.m. here, and I've done the smart decision of not being able to fall asleep all night. Glitching rain. Oh my god. I don't have to work today, so I'll stick around. Good to have you. From 10:25, also from the EU, Spain. Loving chill energy from everyone here. I really love, and I also enjoy the more chaotic evening streams. Again, my time. But yeah, I've really learned that these ones tend to be nice and easygoing. You made it to one early. Hello, FaeCharm. Okay, I'm gonna read the usernames only of the list I have, which is not overly long, and I'm pretty confident we can get everyone today. Ooh, Scandinavia, Norway. I want to get to Norway. Chaos, Merlin, Mees, Syllabub, Pestilence, Elder, DemonsDad, Crystal Witch, Triton, Felwind. Did we or did we not? I do not. I know I've meant to read it multiple times, and then I don't remember if we actually got to you. Robyn, Alina, and FaeCharm. I didn't think we had, but I've written you on this list now. It is not overly chaotic or overly long yet. Mace? Oh, oops, sorry. Mace. Oopsies. I had to get up early because I need to finish the stable before Christmas one-shot today. Ooh, you're DMing. Ah, yeah. That's exciting. Can't be late. Hello, Pebble. Yes, you may be on the list. What was your character's name? Far from the first or last to say my name like that. We did, oh no, I didn't write you down. I didn't know if you had a character or if you were just hanging. Host campaigns in the Discord. That is a great question, and I do think I would like to set up a game space for the Discord. I just haven't figured out what that looks like yet. But I definitely know there's interest for it. And y'all are so lovely, so it would make sense to like get y'all together in games. So I do not have that set up yet. I do know that there is desire and demand for it. So yeah, I would definitely, like, there's the fireplace chat. I would definitely start there and ask who else would be interested and see if you can get a group who's interested in like a one shot and get a time going, and then I can set up whatever like roles you might need, get you a category, get you channels and voice channels and whatever makes sense. But I would say let's try to organize it first, and then we'll create the resources in the Discord around what's happening. But feel free to go for it. I will warn my mods that I have given y'all the permission to just like try to organize that. Hello, welcome in. For anyone joining and isn't sure what's going on, I am a real-life bard. I am writing songs about original TTRPG characters submitted by you all. And what we're doing right now on these lives, well, right now we're just chatting, but going soon, I've been reading through the character stories that have been submitted for people who are here in chat, and thoughts and things. So that's what we've been doing on these lives, is reading. I'm reading out your stories that you've submitted, because I have over 1,000. There's no way I can write a song for every single submission, or even I'll feel good if I get to 1% of the submissions, and even then I'm not certain. So, you know, I can't write songs for all those submissions, but it is fun to read and get to know your stories, get to know your characters, get to know you all. So doing these lives is a way for me to do that. Gives your characters a little spotlight, a chance to be heard and seen, even if it's not in song format. So it is yet another bardic format, and then the VODs are going up on YouTube, and I've been now slowly going through story by story and editing these recordings down into short snippets that can go on TikTok. Do any of the characters you read stay in your head after lives? Yes. Not all of them, and often I lose the names, but often I lose the actual names, but I remember the story. Yeah. But yes, I totally, and the thing is, I would love to read, like, honest, like, full books on your characters, because, yes, some of y'all are amazing writers, also, but in addition, all of these character stories are so interesting. I just legitimately cannot read that much in the time I have to do this project. A certain bard's mother, for example. One of the descriptions, one of the stories, it was like, the current story arc began with the sentence, "We have found and defeated the bard's mother." I don't know. It just really hit me, and we couldn't get over it for like 20 minutes. Hey, Riot! Sorry, I'm partially trying to answer questions and then try not to get distracted by chat, but now I know I'm missing things in chat. Yes, happy Boxing Day. But yes, I hope that answers. And, you can always submit what you've written. Just be warned that I may skip things or that I have to skim through. You know. Oh, yeah, the sentence limits are definitely tricky to work with. My PCs. You want to hear about my PCs? I have a few PCs. I can talk about them really quick. We should make a book on the brief description of characters. There are so many cool things that I think we could do, honestly, with the amount of interest in... It starts with the songs, right? Like, that's what's drawing us all together. But I feel like with all the submissions and all the interest, there's so many cool little, like, offshoot projects that we could do that would be so neat and so insightful as to, like, how D&D players think, or not just D&D, TTRPG, but, like, I'm a D&D player, so that's what I jump to. But, yeah, I just feel like there's so many, like, side shoot projects that could come from this that would be so fun. Anyways... Yeah. Chronicle of Characters. Yeah, so, you know, I just feel like there's so many fun things we could do with that. So I have a few characters. I have two main characters that I play in, like, an ongoing voice Discord campaign. One's with my family, one is with a friend group, and then I have some, like, text-based characters who I play on and off depending on how much time I have. But my new main characters that I definitely play almost every week, if not every other week or so, depending on scheduling issues. My main original man is Pharrell Kismet. He's an Eladrin elf, and he plays a little like a bard, but he's actually a draconic sorcerer. And he loves to cook, and he is just impulsive, and he pushes buttons, and tries to be the face of the party, but actually is extremely bumbling in his mannerisms, so accidentally offensive, says things that he thinks sound smart, but are absolutely not sounding smart at all. He has no actual tactics or strategy, even though he will pretend that he has tactics and strategy, and it's just not impressive. His catchphrase is, "We are problem solvers." He wants to get business cards made, because he's been trying to brand the party as problem solvers. Yeah. Could do a zine with all the characters. Yeah, that'd be so cool. That is so cool. So that's Pharrell. He's a problem solver. He's neutral. He's technically chaotic neutral, but so it's not like he's against doing bad, naughty things, but he does love being celebrated and given free drinks and food, and he knows when he does things that the public loves, that he gets to throw festivals and have those things for free, in great abundance. So he is chaotic neutral and will help do things like run heists and distract things, distract people while the heists are being carried out. But really, he does good things when he knows he will get recognition for them, because he likes special treatment, and yeah, who doesn't love free drinks and food? The business cards are such a good idea. Pharrell, it's like it's like this except there's an accent on the E. Pharrell, like a backwards E accent. Anyways, I can't type it on this easily. It's annoying actually as a note taker. But yeah, he is always but yeah, Pharrell, he's a goofy. Yeah, like that glitching rain. I think that's the one I want to use. Chaotic Evil Cleric, I roll a d20 daily to see if my god would even let me heal. Oh my god. Pharrell, yes, just like that. Or something like that. Pharrell Nation, rise up! So that's Pharrell. He is who I have the most art of because I love drawing him and I love his character design that I did. Is it easy to share? I don't know which capture this is. I think I would want to share this one. Nope, that's me. Is it this one? Nope, that's the other one. There he is. Can you see him? He's my wallpaper. Well, he's my wallpaper in many different formats, but that's him. He likes to hit stuff with his quarterstaff. I love to draw him. He is my man. That is, as they say, Pog. That's an Umber Hulk in the background. We're playing in my brother's we're playing in my brother's homebrew campaign, so he's turned owlbears and Umber Hulks and like all these into he's got a whole story for their background and all that. Okay, Syllaba, we'll pass over you, but if you end up getting back before we're done, we'll try to read your character still. Yeah, I love him. He's my little dumb. I play different varieties of himbos, it seems, actually, now that I think about it. My other guy is a barbarian, so he's a draconic sorcerer that plays a lot like a bard. We do have an actual bard in the party, but that's neither here nor there. My other character is in the game that we like to call Guardians of the Feywild because we run around trying to help and mostly not succeeding despite our best efforts. And in that game, I have a halfling barbarian, fighter multi-class, zealot barbarian, and then I've been going with he's a horse girl at heart. What is it called? With the cavalier fighter. I'm going for because he was gifted as part of his adventures in the Feywild. He was gifted a Feywild stag, white stag, who is now his mount and his best friend. But he has a new best friend, and they're all best friends. He has a new sentient sword that he's getting to know. Anyways, he's Hekeen Forte, which is my twist on saying heckin' strong. Hekeen Forte, my halfling barbarian fighter, and his barbarian story is that someone was teasing a small kitten, and he got real mad about it. But he also does a lot of impulsive things and runs around. That's how they ended up in the Feywild in the first place. They came upon a circle of stones, and he started just running around and touching all the stones, and then sat in the middle of them, and then disappeared. So everyone had to follow. He went through the portal, and it went downhill from there. I actually have 2 songs inspired by that campaign as singles that I will be releasing in the next few months. I'm very excited about them. I think you will enjoy them. Yeah, my boy is acquiring so many companions. He is a horse girl to the max. He spends most of his time talking to his stag and his horse. Hello, Guardian. Hold on, let me put you on the list. His barbarian story is protecting kittens. Yeah, so basically he doesn't like our whole party is very protective of animals, and we are much more likely to try and talk to the wild animal that's about to kill us than try to fight it first. Hasn't always gone well. Percival von Riftweaver, if you want to write that down. I read that with a funny inflection in my head. Chorus girl. He is living the dream. He is living the dream. Perfection. I love to see it. Excellent. I have to assume you are Corey, the magic user. Gotta protect those kittens. 10 out of 10. If it makes you feel better, PC once tried to befriend a spiritual weapon. It did not go well. Oh, we have a druid that collects bugs. My character has a bug phobia. 10 out of 10 will protect a cat before a human. Yeah, basically. Proceed. Nice to meet you. I can't do accents, actually. Will Alba make it today? OceanHarmony. There is a chance. There is a decent chance. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, which is under our average read through if I get started soon, which I should. I've been just chatting. I'm intentionally not going rush. I'm trying not to rush today. I'm trying to take it real chill and easy, so we've just been chatting. A song on the barn barred mothers. Right, I have like so many. There's the other thing, like I start seeing themes or like stuff that could be extrapolated to apply to more characters than just one, which will all definitely influence the types of songs, so you wouldn't necessarily be dedicated to like the handful of characters that made me come up with it, but it definitely is going to inspire a lot of the specific songs that I end up writing, even if they don't fit in the character series. I'm just really excited for the future of music in my life. I cannot explain to you how exciting like all of this is for me. And also, I have to say, I have to assume some of you are part of this. Normally, as a small artist, I don't know if you know, but on the artists for Spotify, you can go and look and it'll tell you not who, but how many people are streaming your music at that given moment. And normally, as a small artist when certain songs that incorporate powerful quotes, perhaps, very perhaps. If there is like a specific quote that I pull, I'm gonna try and remember where they came from so I can at least call it out. But you have to, if I do a quote that you feel came from your character, you gotta let me know. And I missed it. But anyways, my Christmas present from all of you all is that even though for me as a small artist, when I usually go, I like to look at my analytics. It's fun to see like how many non-binary listeners I have and yada yada yada. Where's everyone coming from? Normally no one is listening to my music because there's just not enough people who know about me to be that consistently listening to my music. That has not been the case in the last like 36, now coming up on 48 hours. Every time I have logged in, which has become quite frequently because it's exciting, every time I have logged in, at least 2 to 5 people are listening to my music at any given time, and often from 8 to 14 people are listening to my music at any given time, which is like mind-blowing to me. This particular app does not show Apple Music live listeners, so no, because it's the Spotify app. I do also check my Apple Music stats, but they don't give me like the fun live stats like that, so it's hard to tell. I just see that later. But yeah, also there's many other places to stream my music. This is just one place. That's also the other thing, like really so anyways, that's been really exciting for me. That was my Christmas present from you all. Was to have so many people listening to my music like ongoing, whether it was like the same 14 people who were listening on and off, or if it was just like, but yeah, you can listen anywhere. I don't make a ton like streaming, even the platforms that pay more for streams, none of them pay a lot, but it all adds up in large numbers. When lots of listeners are listening, then that starts adding up. I focus on Spotify, at least to 200. That would blow my mind if more than 200 people were listening at the same time. I have never come close to that. Spotify and Dorco. Yeah, it's the artist name, and Dorco. So yeah, y'all rock. Y'all are amazing. I have been so thrilled to see that happen. We were here before you blew up. Yes, I'll remember you. Don't worry. How could I forget? Because we're going to be friends on the Discord. Thank you, Boaz. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward. I have so much new music. We are going to be wrapping up the Hero's Journey concept album here in the next few weeks, hopefully. I just need to finish mixing and releasing that and like doing all the videos. I want to make new videos for the entire album to like so that people, especially all the new folks, can find all the music that I've been working on this last year. I have multiple new adventure themed singles that are going to be coming out. We're going to be doing the character class songs. So like I already have Barbarian and Bard out. I'm going to do Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, all the way through, probably in alphabetical order. And then we've got all the character songs, like the actual character songs that will be coming out through the year that I'm going to collaborate with cosplayers. Those will take a while because now that I'm going to collaborate with others, it's going to take a longer time for me to like cast a video, get the video from get them to record the video, get it back, edit it. So it'll probably take, once a song's about ready, it'll still probably take 3 to 4 weeks just to get it done and put it out on TikTok. So those will take a little longer to get to now, but I think it'll be worth it. I'm really excited. I'll be wrapping up all my friends and listening to you too, so we get closer. Just you wait. Oh, you guys. You all are amazing. You are all lovely. How do you get on the Discord? Great question. dorko.tv/discord that's a shortcut that I have on my domain that should redirect you to the proper Discord invite and kick you into the Discord, into the fireplace, I believe. All right, we're gonna read now for realsies. Benny and the Dragons. So, y'all rock. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much. For reals, what? For reals, we're gonna read. I promise. Yes. I will stop talking. Well, I guess I won't stop talking. I will stop rambling. Oh my god. You all are amazing. Gonna drag my friends into listening to you by playing your albums exclusively whenever they go snooping. Amazing. Amazing. Oh my god, a point of view from the bartender has to deal with adventure drama. I gotta write that down, hold on. A song from the point of view of the bartender who is dealing with adventure drama. You know what? That would be really fun to collaborate, because I'm already in touch with at least one channel who does those like tavern bartender sets. That would be really fun to do that and then collaborate with them on some videos. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. Really? Okay. Sorry, I've written that idea down. I need to not forget. That's a good one. Benny Tabris for Chaos Merlin. They, them. Tiefling! Starting out strong. Druid, 23 years old. Party role. Healer, wine aunt, guide to the modern world. I think we've had a wine aunt before. The Winnie the Pooh me. Oh, amazing. Ooh. Backstory. Ooh, excuse me. Still have all my like waking up bodily functions. They were born destined to be priests in the world's theocracy, but always struggled with faith. They found evidence of the church's corrupted source of power and fled. They thought this quest was just for money and spite, but now the party might be stopping an apocalypse. That is a great setup. Excellent setup. Current story arc. I wasn't wearing glasses. No, I don't. So I got LASIK. I used to wear glasses all the time for corrective reasons growing up for many years. And then I had a private insurance here in Germany that covered almost nothing, but it covered for some reason eye surgery. Couldn't even get glasses under this insurance, but I could go get eye surgery, and I took the hell advantage of that and went and got LASIK. And so my eyes now can see without glasses, but because of that I can now use protective type lenses such as sunglasses or computer glasses. So when I am staring intently at my screen for hours on end, I try to wear them to help protect them so that they don't get as tired and hopefully help keep my eyes healthier over the long term. Current story arc. The party is trying to stop a church faction. I can totally read. The party is trying to stop a church faction called the Hand of Tiamat, gaining the necessary magical objects to potentially instigate a second apocalypse. More recently, they struck a blighting curse to the heart of the Druids' magically protected territory. While they were able to stop it and prevent further damage, this has permanently changed Benny's outlook. Knowing now that even their sanctuary from the future they were promised falls within the scope of their actions bringing harm. They also feel incredibly torn over the statements the old-ass high priest, 700 plus years, has been saying about how there would have been a place for them in his church when he led. Oh, I love this song. Their whole dynamic is very Hell's Coming With Me by Poor Man's Poison, The Righteous Hand, and Forgotten Devil. I love that song so much, and I can't do that actual style of music when it comes to like that. I don't know if it's a banjo or what. I just physically can't make that kind of music, but like that energy is energy I want to explore more in my own music. I love that song so much. Morning. It is, well, it depends I guess on what time zone. I don't know how far back time zones go. Hell's Coming With Me is such a good song. But yes, it is Boxing Day. I'm sure it has other names, but it is Boxing Day for, I think, the majority of folks at this point. Specific anecdote. I once turned into a raccoon, held a knife, and was thrown at an enemy during a battle. Weaponized raccoons. You know, how was your day yesterday? I held a knife as a raccoon and got yeeted at the enemy. I was listening to that earlier, so very vivid energy. And like, I don't even want to say I can recreate that energy in my music because I don't know if I have it in me, but like that is definitely on my list of like energy and like vibe inspirations when I'm writing music. That I'm trying to be more, I don't want to like, any music I make is going to end up being me music. But I do try to have like reference points for like vibes and energy that I'm going for, regardless of whether I can actually recreate that kind of sound physically. It's hard to describe because I don't have good words for it. Have a wonderful time. Merry holidays, time glitching rain. Thanks for hanging. We love when a DM allows us to eat party members. It's perfection. I'm assuming you meant eat, but meeting party members is also good. Character details. Their favorite color is seafoam green. I put emphasis too early. Their favorite color is seafoam green, as it reminds them of the seaside jade selling city they grew up in. They always wear a gold strip necklace their parents gave them when they joined up to the religious university as an acolyte, and they still wear the saffron scarf they were given as well. Their name is a shortened version of the feminine religious one their parents gave them, and they can't quite let go. Their biggest pet peeve is people mispronouncing common words. Uh-oh. I've done that several times. They used to have a tradition of getting into a bar fight with a particular leatherworker every year at the big performing arts festival in the capital of the forest region. They hope one day to be able to get their druid elder tattoos, and they want suns and stars down their hands to represent their fire element alignment. That is epic. That is really cool. Your style definitely rocks, thank you. Plus having a personal brand is always best. Yes, definitely. Surprise reading, Moon. Good morning. We're yeetin' friends. Hallelujah. We're yeetin' friends. Amen. In the church of tabletop games. There is no best. Let me just tell you that right now. I understand completely the tendency to like wanna in the Church of Eat. Robyn, don't discount yourself. I've seen one of our most wild ride stories came from a one-shot. Sweet Tea, I think, did Sweet Tea have to leave? I forget who had to leave just now. No, Sweet Tea's here. Sweet Tea had one from a one-shot, and that was a ride. From the Church of Yeet to Yeetdom, to Yeetdom come. Ooh, amazing. Yes, the Church of Yeet. The Church of Yeet. Everyone does have such cool stories. But yes, just as a reminder, there's really not a bad story. Our Lord and Savior, Yeet. Sorry if this is sacrilegious to anyone, but yes, there's a character lore channel. Yes, like Gatekeep Grow Boss. Oh, every character is bae, truly. Alright, Ashter Tencreek for Mees. He is halfling. Cleric, grave cleric of the Raven Queen, 35 years old. Party role, he heals them, but he doesn't feel ready to go back into adventuring. Backstory, he was the only surviving member of Curse of Strahd, where he got turned into a vampire. Through a gift of the Raven Queen, he became human again, but he stayed at the guild without missions and an insane amount of trauma. Yeah, he'd been saved by his new party when his transport mission got interrupted by bandits, and he isn't happy about working again because he's afraid of losing these young adventurers. Current story arc. His PTSD caused him to lash out at his party members, which wasn't a good start. They got to the mines where they have to save some other guild members. He isn't willing to talk about his past, but he feels extremely protective of the new guild members. He doesn't want them to be hurt like he was. I'm sorry, I just saw what chat's doing. Specific anecdote. From Curse of Strahd, he saw too many children die and he carries that with him. His new party is the same age as he was when he went to Strahd. Oh no, the parallels. Character details. He's a tattoo artist. It helps him get his mind off the bad things. A bean. Party dad right there. Sorry. I yanketh and eateth as I see fit. The Lord taketh and eateth away. And traumatized. All the characters are traumatized. In this church, it is yeet or be yoteth. Mees, I love him. I love him. Ashter. Hold on, let me find you to fix it before I forget. It's to be she, her. Fixed it. I know party dad types are so much a treat. Alright, Syllabub had to go. I'm just saying Syllabub's name in case they manage to come back in. I know party dad needs a nice long hug. I'm gonna pin your message about starting organizing D&D stuff. And then we can get, after I'm not live anymore, I'll hop in the Discord and we can figure out what makes sense to get things going. You're welcome for reading. My party has a goth dad. Amazing. Oh no, I hope you find your brushes. Party rock is in the house tonight. Pestilence! Muriel! Am I saying Muriel right every time? Muriel is a fun name to say. I'm gonna add your TikTok, if that's alright with you, so that I can find you later if I end up coming back to this. Character name. Feral child. Character name. Muriel Belmont for Pestilence. I am the annoying gay cousin. Character pronouns. They, them. Character species. Changeling in the chat! Changeling in the chat! Who else is a changeling? We've had a lot of changelings. Character lore. No. Character class. Lore bard. Celestial Werelock? The mispronunciations are getting real bad real early today. Let's try that again. Changeling squad! Character class. Lore bard / celestial warlock. Nailed it. 17 years old. Party role. Group mom. Reluctant healer but cares too much. Thief with a heart of gold. A werelock. A werewolf warlock seems to check out. I feel like that could be fun. Backstory. Came from Thorworm, living in a cellar, then newly orphaned, then adopted and raised by some lovely people in a place they weren't welcomed by many. Left to find his adoptive dad, who had been accused of treason and taken to jail in the capital of Argand. Excuse me. New NPC just dropped. Their party told them what they were, made them feel welcomed as they were, seen as a monster before. Oh, the monster being seen as not a monster is such a good one. It does sound like I need water. Thank you, a drop in time. Everyone hydrate or die straight. Did I say that out loud? Hydration is key. I know, these are such sweet stories. Current story arc. Oh no, it gets even more heart-wrenching. Finding themselves as they didn't know they were a changeling. Finding out their biological dad pretended to be dead for 11 years of their life and pretended to adopt them after a feeling of betrayal. Defended the capital jail from cultists, trying to get their newly met apparently uncle to help them take down more cultists. Grieved their entire life for the loss of their dad, feeling sad and lonely. Now enraged, sorrowful, but also relieved. My goodness, right? Father issues much? My goodness. Werelock just makes me think of a cultist only under a full moon. Oh, ooh. I feel like you could do something with that. Specific anecdote. I know it adopts this character. The one party member who was scared of them told them they saw them as a friend before they left the party. Oh, I love that, like, trope. I don't know what it's called, but, like, the, like, I'm a monster, and then it's like, no, you're not a monster. Like, that dynamic. Character details. Favorite color, red. Enjoys painting / art and mischief. Staying conscious, even if they're dying a lot. I think that's a good habit. And then a physical trait, a massive, mildly concave shoulder scar from being eaten alive. Quotes, help me, this will hurt. I am about to do something stupid. And then just generally, dad jokes. We love dad jokes. Cookies and cocoa. Be my child, be welcome into my arms. I have cocoa and cookies. I know, right before they left. Beautiful. Oh, this art is lovely as well. We can paint happy little trees like Bob Ross. Okay, I think I need to go blow my nose really fast. Just a second. Everyone behave. Maybe, ooh, I've got one. I used to ask this all the time on my live streams on Twitch. What is something you are proud of yourself for today or yesterday or recently? Whether that's getting up when you didn't feel like it, hopping through a shower, accomplishing some major thing. What is something you're proud of yourself for? Everyone discuss while I'm gone. I'll be back in just a second. Probably should have done more coughing out there. Hold on. I'm about to do something stupid as my catchphrase now. Ryan! Okay, I'm catching up. Battle aftercare. Heal, drink, eat, debrief, sleep. Living through 2023 is a great thing to be proud of. Pretty proud that I spent $30 on stickers. Nice. What kind of stickers? I woke up and had a shower. Someone tell me they're proud of me. I'm proud of you, Robyn. Honestly, like getting up and taking a shower when that's not what you want to do, huge. Surviving 23, yeah, surviving 2023 is a pretty great accomplishment. Ooh, finally got into DMing after like a 4-month break. Awesome. Got up for work even though I was pretty anxious at night and couldn't sleep. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is so rough to operate on just 2 hours of sleep. I am proud of you. Almost done playing every D&D class minus the subclasses. That is exciting, Skelly. Moon says, managed to beat this super hard fight that I've been kind of avoiding in Baldur's Gate. Nice. Nice. Ooh, Invader Zim stickers. Beautiful. Staying calm when my privacy was invaded again is something to be proud of. Faye, that really sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm really proud that you were able to stay calm. Although, to be honest, in some situations, it is definitely valid to be angry when someone is invading your personal space and privacy. I think mine has to be the fact that I pushed through to be more confident. OceanHarmony, that's really great. I'm so glad to hear that. Good morning. 5:05 in the morning. Let's go. Ooh, about to start a campaign. Awesome. 4 classes left. Nice. Baldur's Gate mentioned in chat. Right, need some ankles bit. I like that one because it's moderately violent without being. I always feel a little uncomfortable because I understand it because I've said it myself, but it makes me a little uncomfortable when like the immediate is like, oh, who do I need to fight? It feels like a little like jumping to like actual violence always gives me like a pause, but like I like ankle biting because it's vicious, but like in a chihuahua way. Wow, there's something in my throat today. Affectionate ankle biters. Baldur's Gate 3. I still need. I don't play enough video games for it to feel worth dropping that much money on, but I do feel like I should play it. Well, you did very good, Robyn. Second BG3 run. The only game I consistently play is Age of Empires. All right, Elder. Elder, are you still with us in chat? I did not write down your character name, so it will not be easy to look you up if you are not here to tell me your character. My surgery I was supposed to get December 20th got moved to January 25th, and I worked through that. Mace, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is so stressful. My mom just had a couple of different surgeries back to back, and already that was super stressful, and those actually happened when they were scheduled for. So I can only imagine how stressful that is to have to reschedule that and deal with all of that, especially when you have to already be moving stuff around. There's so much that goes into preparing for surgeries, so goodness. We're drinking more water. Alright, is anyone else seeing Elder in chat? Riot. Morthos. Oh, for your transition, madly disappointed and mad. Oh my god, I would be so pissed as well, honestly. I really would like to get top surgery at some point. I haven't, it's expensive, so doing it privately is rough for me to decide to do, because I'm gonna have to save a bunch of money. To do that, I would really love to figure out how to get it covered by insurance, but I don't think it's super easy to do here in Germany, so. And it would all be in my not mother tongue, so not really sure even. I've been so stressed trying to figure out how to even get that started, so. If I reached the point where I was ready for my surgery and they moved it, I'd also be really mad. Old people, are you in yeah, the username, the display name is Elder. My boyfriend is trans and trying to sort out changing his name and starting T. Oh, yeah, that's so much. There's so much. Good luck. Thank you, Mace. What counts as old? I think they're making fun of the fact I'm calling out for elder, but that was the display name of the person. Is DemonsDad still here? We're back to the funny waiting room. I am. Does anyone? I mean, if you actually know how old I am, you don't get to say how old I am. What was your character's name, DemonsDad? But if you don't know how old I am, how old would you guess that I am? I won't be offended by any answer, but 67. I'm aging very well. I remember, so I'm not going to say anything. Hey, Bubbly, how are you doing today? Okay, we've had one correct answer. I am doing pretty good. It is you a drop in time. I am currently 34, and I will be 35 in May, which feels fake to me, and time is a nightmare. I keep laughing myself into a coughing fit. This is new. I don't like it. Off by a decade. Could have been worse. My birthday's in May. Time is weird soup, yes. Alright, DemonsDad, I totally lost where you're... I got so distracted by getting excited for my age that I missed your character name. Baron Christie, perfect, thank you. This is new. I am really hoping that this is not long COVID. I had COVID a few years ago. Despite all the precautions, I haven't had what I think would be long COVID symptoms beyond what I think would just be affecting my lung capacity, which I already had problems with thanks to childhood asthma. This is feeling uncomfortable. I'm 33 here and in denial. Congrats on getting to 34, that's huge, thank you. Look and sound younger, thank you. I do have 8 younger siblings plus more, depending on how you count. And they keep me they keep me young in the sense that, you know, they're much more up to date with like internet lingo and what's going on, and by chatting with them I just know more about what's going on that way than I would. I think it's because you're talking so much more than normal. That is totally also possibly. Totally possible. I know, we shouldn't need our lungs. It is a big family. I have 8 siblings, 2 step-siblings, a sibling that's not technically a sibling, but is effectively a sibling since I was like 3. So you know. And all but one of them are younger than me. And the other is my age. I feel bad that I feel old as 18 years. Adulthood is horrid. Yeah, it doesn't... I will... eldest of 7, OceanHarmony vibes. Becoming an adult, I have felt like I've been 40 years old since I was like 6 years old. And I will say, I would never want to go back to my teens especially, or even my early 20s was really, really, really rough. Like, I do feel like I'm coming into the best years of my life. So I will say that it, like... the phrase, it gets better, is true. You think he knows about second breakfast? Sorry, second characters, made me think of that. You can have a second character next year. I'm only allowing 1 character per person because we already have over 1,000 submissions. But yes, I also, like, at 34, I also often feel old, and yet I know I'm not old. And yet, so there are parts that feel old and parts that I know I'm not old, and also, like, yeah, like, it just really, time is a weird soup. That's really the best way to put it. But all to say, I would never go back and relive my teens or early 20s because that was a really rough time for me. And I am so much more happy and confident now. Happiness is now a baseline in my life instead of like something I barely ever get to ephemerally experience in brief moments. And I know 34 is still young in the scheme of things. It's just I feel that I've lived like at least 5 or 6 individual lifetimes so far. So in that sense, I feel like so much has happened in my life. I could probably write multiple books explaining the story of my life, and that would already still not cover everything. But you know, we all kind of have that in some way. I know teen years aren't real, please help. Yeah. It's rough. It is rough. I would never go back, and I would definitely say it gets better. But also life generally is rough, so. I know teen years are a skip, please. We really deserve a skip button. Just turned 23 and feel like a real adult for the first time. I'm actually happy. Yeah, life is hard. The world is difficult, and we make the most and the best of it. And it's part of why I love these types of projects. Truly, my lungs are rebelling. Because it is a way for us to explore ourselves and be creative. It's like you can mix catharsis and escapism, and you get to also like still experience that childhood fantasy of like I'm holding a sword and fighting a dragon kind of thing, which I personally find really healing, since I never was able to be like, even as much as my mom did her best to try and like give me a childhood, I, as an eldest of many people who struggled, and I was also struggling, feel that much of my childhood I felt like I was caring for other people. So like that childhood freedom of like responsibility did not last long. So being able to have the catharsis, the escapism, the fantasy, the childhood wonder is just so lovely to explore as an adult. Yeah, I know, got so serious. Alright, let's get back into some character readings. I'd like to go back to give myself a smack. I would like to give myself just like a freaking hug and be like, it's really gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And then, yeah. At work, just chilling now. A smack and a hug for me. Okie dokie, we're gonna get into DemonsDad character. Am I reading this right? Byron Christie? Byron or Byron? Byron Christie. He is human, rogue, subclass assassin, 35 years old. Party role, ooh, double crosser and backstabber. More water. I know, give myself a hug and tell me it's gonna be okay. Yeah. It's a trap! Strong start. I know, gives the whole damn chat a hug. We all deserve hugs. We all deserve hugs. Yeah, I have a tendency to, I am known by my friends as the existential one. I really quickly turn into an existentialist, and we'll ramble about that for a long time. But did he backstab on Poipus? Backstory, let's find out. Born into privilege, Byron. I'll just switch. Byron joined the Order of Shadows to combat the corrupt elite, but his confidence shattered when tasked with wow, why is this so difficult? When tasked with eliminating the elusive dwarf path of the totem warrior barbarian, who was very cunning and decisive and very kind and forgiving, Larrikin Granite-Root. Despite numerous failed attempts, Byron's obsession grew until a mysterious encounter in Valentia's misty forest left him with a healed but cursed leg, and a warning from the enigmatic Danbaron, compelling him to carry a crow-headed cane at all times to avoid permanent paralysis. Now, burdened by the curse, Byron faces a choice between his quest for justice and the looming threat of the relentless Danbaron. It's a Victorian times fantasy setting. Just as a eloquently spoken. I know, crow-headed crane sounds terrifying. Oops. Current story arc. Larrikin and Byron Larrikin and Byron had made up at a point during the campaign, but then double-crosses him after fighting a guardian of one of the gods and defeating the heart of the god. Byron is now worried, though, because after the Danbaron cursed him with Cain, or be forever paralyzed from the waist down, said if he hurt or tried killing Larrikin, that Danbaron would hunt Byron down and kill him. So now Byron is worried because he has a Danbaron, Larrikin, and the rest of the party and a small group of 10 soldiers hunting him down, so he's scared and wanting to go find a hideout of one of the Order of Shadows so he can grab supplies and prepare to try and defend and possibly kill Danbaron. Oh my goodness. Character details. Favorite color, black and a deep red. Bad habit, smokes quite a bit. Scar, a massive scar that is on both his legs and from his first encounter with the Danbaron when he proper messed up Byron. But did he do it on purpose? It's unclear. DemonsDad, no worries at all. Hopefully I read that somewhat correctly. Loving the story, but the names are difficult to pronounce, but that's a lot of these for me. I do think I have a pretty good, not always, but I feel like generally I have a pretty good ability for sorting out what was intended, regardless of dyslexic writing. I know, it's either be paralyzed or die. Wonderful choices that they've got there. Excuse me with all my coughing. Crystal Witch, do we still have you in chat? He always wanted to backstab the party. It's okay, people say my real name like a particular mermaid, and it ain't like that. Doctors don't even try to say my name. Alright, Triton, do we still have you in chat? The waiting list, the waiting list call out has... I really want to, like, I don't have, like, a good visual in my head, but I really want to, like, draw a little cartoon of, like, Bloodsucker! My username is my real name plus a bunch of my OCs. Love. Triton, oh yes, there you are. I said your name. Often I say the name and then I forget that that's what I just did. I'm like, why are people just saying yes in chat? I don't get it. Almost as if I asked them to announce that they're here. As long as you don't call me late to dinner. That feels like, would you like to stay forever? From Mulan. That makes me think of. At the end. Triton, what was your character's name? Darya's turn. Yes. May I add your TikTok username here for prosperity? Posterity, there it is. Voracious Oh, I can spell. Voracious Triton. All good, Triton. All good. The main reason that having the TikTok username will be important, well, there are two big reasons. One is so I can tag you when I upload either your read-through or if you get a song, your song. And if I end up finally setting up some kind of little app where you could actually edit your submission, it will bind you based on your username that you added at the beginning. Tajai? What is the origin of that name? My name is bewildered teachers and doctors alike. I wait for my last name because of mispronunciations are common. I get, with Dorko, everyone wants it to be Darko, like Donnie Darko is what everyone goes to. It's TJ? Oh, I was supposed to be a boy Theodore Jr., but I was a girl. Interesting. And they couldn't just go with TJ. Interesting. Ariel? Is that correct? Hello, Amy of Asgard. My middle initial is a J. Mine is a mystery. I said it right. My last name gets mispronounced. Sometimes it's funnier when that happens. Boaz. People miss. See, I grew up going to church, and there's a Boaz in the Bible. So I learned how to say that name. When people ask my name, I just say that everyone knows it, but they don't know me. Oh. I love your song. Thank you so much, Amy. Hope you had an amazing Christmas. We had a very chill, oh my god, Boaz. We had a very chill Christmas. I spent, what I do since so I'm from California, I live in Germany, and I have for years. So one thing I like to do is just, we do, I pull up my laptop, my mom pulls up the iPad, and like what I was saying earlier, we have a giant family, and everyone collects at my mom's house, and they just set us up on the iPad, and I have them up on the laptop, and we kind of just have like Christmas ambiance going in both directions. So like my girlfriend was doing a puzzle, and I was just sitting and playing with the dog, and they were doing their breakfast, and we did dinner, and then they did presents, like, good morning, Lainey, glad to see you're alive. Yeah, so just kind of had that Christmas back and forth vibe. Sometimes chatting, sometimes not, and it was like, it's a fun way for me to feel like I'm a little bit part of the home shenanigans, even when I can't travel to see everyone, since I don't see them all that often. 5:27 a.m., the golden hours. You know I'm ruthless then. Oh, Boaz. It's a go-to joke. Works once, usually. Power move. Respond to someone asking for your name by saying, "You may not, Fae Trickster." Can I? No. Toodles dropping time. Who's gonna remind me to drink water now? Okay. For Triton, we've got character name Darya Minali. Hydration station. Oh, you may not have my name, but you may call me whatever you like. That is a good alternative Fae counter. Hydrate! Character pronouns she, hers, Triton. As you would maybe guess. Character class, sorcerer, divine soul, 24 years old. Party role, healer, group mom, outcast, fish out of water. Backstory. Darya Minali was born the unusual of 3 triplets in Atlantia/Atlantis. Due to her magic and other backstory details, she and some of her family were exiled. Now she wanders the land with friends in search for her home and herself. I'm happy but depressed. Current story arc. Darya has found herself amidst the mists. Whew. Darya has found herself amidst the mists of Barovia. She finds herself struggling with her pacifist heart in a land of death. Darya struggles to find a sense of self while trying to remain helplessly selfless. She has found friends and hope in learning more of this strange world. Furthermore, finding herself scared to discover this world is ruthless. She has lost 2 friends a mere hour apart, both deaths within arm's reach. She struggles to find hope, safety, and power despite all seeming so close. Amidst the mist. Thank you, FaeCharm. That is rough. That is rough. They won, but at what cost? And was it a cost she was willing to pay? I love these, like, rhetorical questions. They hit real hard. Amidst the mists of Avalon. I should have avoided the tongue twisters. It's all good. It's a great challenge for me. I, the bard, who call myself a bard, should be able to handle these things, you would think. There's a reason that live performance is not my go-to. Tongue twisters are fun. Amidst the mists of Barovia felt poetic. Yes, it is poetic. Amidst the mists of Barovia. I feel like that should be the opening line to a poem. Bard challenge unlocked! I really want to do... live performance is just so not my strength. I would love... One, I get extreme performance anxiety and stage fright. Once I'm going, I'm usually okay, but one, I really struggle to memorize anything, even my own music. So I'd always still need, like, notes. So that's one, embarrassing, and two, just an extra thing I have to worry about. And two, I just don't have stage presence, y'all. You are live performing, you're live streaming. Yeah. I am. True story. But when it comes to like live, like on a stage with people in front of me, you know what I mean? Well, and even then talking and singing are very different. But like performing something prepared, I feel okay when I get going on these because I can just keep talking. I can talk the ears off a donkey. What's the phrase? You know, I just nervous ramble if nothing else. Anywho, I would love to do live performances. I just have a lot to work through before I get there. I would love to do like Renaissance fairs and find like fantasy cons and like do events like that. I just think that would be really fun to do my like Hero's Adventure album, maybe collaborate with some people who could be my live band. I don't know. I just think there's a lot of fun stuff that I could do, and I know there's a lot of that here in the EU, at least in Germany. I know there's tons of those types of festivals. But yeah, I haven't really been to a lot of Ren fairs. I'm not really super connected to those. And a lot of it will involve travel, and we've got a dog, and like there's lots of things to consider. But that's kind of like on my long-term wish list to work towards, to get involved in ways where I can really be like physically present with people to do these types of musical events. Oh, that is awesome. I want to learn to sword fight. You missed me rambling. We're gonna finish reading the character details for Darya. Scars. Darya has a small scar on her midside from a stabbing caused by her triplet sister. Personality. Darya is selfless and kind. She is comically gullible, but rather good at persuasion and deception in turn. She was raised in a very different culture, their native language being primordial, headcanoned as Dutch. Due to this, her English is far from perfect, and her use of slang is rare and often incorrect. Favorite color? Blue, gold, silver, and white. Excellent combinations. Favorite pastime? Reading, practicing religious studies. Good habit. Darya often tries to learn as much as she can about others and writes what she may struggle to remember. She does her best to care about even the smallest details in others. Bad habit. Darya is overwhelmingly forgiving to a fault. That and she seems to have a story for every occasion. Touch would be primordial. Noticeable lore details. Darya, despite being a Triton, follows a halfling deity. The story behind this is long, but the footnotes version is that her mother was blessed by a drunken halfling goddess with the simple phrase of, boom, magic baby. Darya is unaware of the details behind the blessing herself, but knows that she has Yondala's blessing and takes it in pride. Amazing. Amazing. The Run Fair. Oh, yeah. I have been to one, like, medieval fest here in Germany. I know, a character adoption agency, anyone? And it was a lot of fun. My girlfriend's aunt goes to them a lot and, like, provided us with outfits and things. It was really cool, and I would like to do more, but I've just not been... Yeah, true. Third Triton we've read. Okay, I have to go to the bathroom. So we're gonna take a small pause again. I asked last time when I left. Ooh, hold on. I asked last time, what are you most proud of for this last however long? What is something you're proud of for your characters to have done? What is something you're proud of your characters for doing? Let's start. Let's have that be the question for chat to discuss while I run to the bathroom for a short break. I will be right back. We've got Triton, Felwyn. No, we just did Triton. Felwyn, Robyn. So you would be after Felwyn. So you have two more. You are the second in the list. I will be right back. Everyone can discuss what you're proud of your characters for doing recently. I will be back momentarily. Be good to each other. Burb! Share, stream. Hold on, I want to see what y'all are proud of yourselves for, proud of your characters for. Felwyn, you are up next. The tower save? Punted a corpse to the moon, my god. Probably Korvi got over their fear of people and making friends even if it was hard for them. Proud of Kairan for being such a good mom to her kids adopted in Biola. Like, Ashter's getting back into adventuring, so he's going great. The bard, our party's pet cat, fell off a tower. Used the racial gust of wind to push the bard back to safety. Well done. Proud of Mallory for quitting the military with a bang by whistleblowing using radio equipment. Ooh. Cass decided against their better judgment to help the rogue. Character literally did damage to the BEG by causing emotional damage. Marathena didn't unalive a player's brother that wanted to unalive her family. Almost in a TPK fight, and one player decided to give a Hail Mary speech to get out of it. Surviving some situations they were stuck in. Party really started to open up to Quinn after they witnessed the reunion. I love. Save the rogue by freeing her from sentient plants. You know, sometimes. Proud of my character of getting a nat 20 to pitch slap a party member. Help take down a dragon. Not the important one in her arc, but still a dragon. The player succeeded now after a one-on-one fight with a leader of a werewolf pack. They have a werewolf den on their side. That's pretty epic. That's pretty epic. Astoria stopped a hag who was kidnapping / torturing several towns, but the cleric died. Oh man, Mallory's on the path to finding her missing Morlock patron. Its Bettine had a wedding. Amazing. Mini wedding. Rogue admitted how he feels to his rainbow. Twink is starting to have self-worth. Hello. No. Alex. The Devil Saver. I probably will not get to the end of this list at this point. Sadly, by just a little. Yeah, the Discord is pretty cozy, I think. We've been getting more folks in lately. So a little busier than usual. It's been really quiet for the most part, like hit and miss. But yeah. Currently I've got Felwind, Robyn, FaeCharm, Pebble, Eliane, I'm not sure how to say that one. NichtFaehig, Riot, Guardian Rallier, OceanHarmony, Nightly Umbrian, Boaz, Bramble, Amy of Asgard, Aiden, your effing mom. That's the list. I can certainly get through the next 5 or 6 that I just said. And then we'll see how my voice is doing and how my energy is doing. Pebble, not only are you on the list, but you're like in 4 stories. Felwind. Oh, that's also the character name. Hello. Just call you Eli? Okay. Felwind. Character name. Felwind. Ocean, we should... let me bump you up just a little bit, because you have been here, like, almost every stream. FaeCharmer, you are 3rd on the list. I know it's a long list, so I go through them pretty fast. I am not in the Americas. I am from the Americas, which is why I have a US-sounding accent. Grew up in California, but I am based in Germany, so it's almost noon here. What would you like to ask, Felwind? Same here, but Italy? Nice. The fact that Americans have accents to everyone else is wild. Yeah, well, I think coming from sure, Felwind, we can pass over you and get to you another time. I think my theory is Triton, thank you so much for hanging. I'm glad we got to read for your character. Bubbly, have a great one. Thanks so much for popping in. I love to hear what you had to say today. Yeah, having an accent is no longer a surprise. I think my theory is it's particularly unusual for us as Americans, but especially for me from California. the thing is Hollywood. Such a huge amount of global films, like globally viewed films, are made in California. So by that standard, many people hear English with a Californian accent. Therefore, especially when you hear yourself sound like, I say yourself, me having grown up in California, when you hear your accent as like the standard movie accent that most characters have, again, like these huge global Hollywood, right? Like Hollywood, that starts to feel like the default, like the non-accent accent, even though it's actually still an accent. It doesn't sound like an accent to you. And when you are used to a big Hollywood movie having that accent, it sounds like, you know, that's gonna be the standard Hollywood accent. So anyways, I think that's why it's really easy to just quickly be like, yeah, I don't have an accent, I sound like the big movies. And yet it's still an accent. American accent is always either Texan or Californian. Yeah, they are the two biggest. They're two huge. I mean, it's very, yeah, the Valley Girl accent for that reason. No one can place my accent because I'm a military family, so it mixes a lot. Yeah, we were military, but we mostly lived. I grew up still moving around Southern California. Once there were kids, which was really fast, they wanted to mostly be based there. So they tried real hard to do that. New York is a close third, yeah. But New York media is really based in theater, which has its own whole thing happening, and less so like the global blockbuster phenomenon. California, Arkansas, Oregon, New Mexico, and Florida. Oh, dang. Yeah. I have been to all 48 of the contiguous states, but I grew up in California, and I lived for about a year in Texas before moving in Austin, before moving around, traveling around the world, and then being here in Germany. Massachusetts, but speak more with the California accent. That's where your mom grew up. That's a huge part of it. Those have also been to all 48, but those are the places I've lived. Yeah, you've lived more places than I have. Oh, that's really funny, Boaz. That your dad picks up accents within a week, so the voice changes real quick. I could always tell when my mom was on the phone with her Arkansas friend, because she started talking like that, and I'd be like, oh, is that Amber? How did you know? Your accent changed. All right, Robyn. You are up next. Korvi? Did I put the wrong username for you? Or the wrong... I have a very different username on TikTok for Korvi. Code switching? What is your, I have, hold on. Nope, this is you. Sorry. Your display name and your display name, I had to click on it to see the username, and it matches now that I actually look. But it was very different than your username and your display name are so different. I was like, what? This can't be you. But it's you. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Sorry for the scare. Oh. We're drinking some water, and then we're gonna read Korvi. My child. All right. Do indeed hydrate. So, for Robyn, Korvi. They, them, tiefling, bard, 27 years old, party role, sarcastic teaser. Backstory. They grew up in the orphanage due to no one wanting them as a tiefling. Only left when they grew up. They aged out. Oh my god. They got imaginary friends who may or may not be spirits tormenting them. They go adventuring to be famous, as without being known, they feel useless. Well, we've got some sad setup going on. Welcome in, James. Hope you're doing well. Imaginary friends. I know, they're going to the character adoption agency. And the feels are back. Current story arc. They recently killed a god-like creature by insulting them and shoving them into a bear's mouth. Ah! They were reluctant, but by the end felt accomplished. They even got their imaginary friends to help out a bit. Proving that the friends have some real-world power. Oh man. Adoption agency, right? Meow! Specific anecdote. I would have raised them. Specific anecdote. Little thing I think is funny. Slapped a party member for getting them badly hurt and got a nat 20. Ah, yeah. Every time the BBG started monologuing, they mocked them and teased them, even though it got them targeted. First small battle, stumbled all attacks, and was the only one nearly dead. Character details. Loves red, sings a lot and finds joy in helping children specifically. Hates being mocked or insulted, is really bad at insults but loves to cast vicious mockery. Has a scar on their cheek. Catchphrase. Do you see them too? Oh my god. Welcome in for those of you who are just joining and not sure what's going on. Also, Bramble, have a great day. Well, if you're not sure what's going on, my name is Anne. I'm a real-life bard, and what I've been doing is writing songs for your original TTRPG characters, all you as in all of you. And so what we're doing now is I got over 1,000 submissions for that project, and that's too many for me to write songs for. And this is an idea that I had to spend some time with your individual characters, even if I can't write songs for them. So I've been live reading the submissions, hanging out with y'all, reading stories, talking about D&D and TTRPG and roleplay in general, and just chatting and reading through these stories. And then there's a VOD. The end result gets recorded and goes up on YouTube. And then I'm also now starting to try and edit these stories from the recordings into small clips that I can also post on TikTok. So that way it gives us a little more time with all these different characters. Gives a little spotlight for the characters we can read in the lives, and allows more people to enjoy more stories and get ideas for their own TTRPGs and for their own characters. Yeah. Can't talk about my characters with my other party members since spoilers, so I love this. That's awesome, Boaz. So it's a really fun way to, like, yeah. I want to see what the Bard's mother is at TikTok. Yeah, that's gonna come. May see you later. Have a good one. FaeCharmer. I believe we were just speaking in chat, so I think you're still here. What was your character's name? If you already had read a character submission, the person who has isn't there. Foxtrot. So what I've been doing right now is hold on. I can't type and think at the same time. What I have been doing is calling out people's usernames when I get to them, and if they haven't been able to stay, I just skip over them. So probably haven't read your character if you weren't here for it. However, on the VOD, I am doing the painstaking work of going through and timestamping when all the different characters' stories are. So if you check out YouTube and go to the read-through sessions, you'll see I've timestamped all the different characters with the person whose character they belong to and the character name. So you should be, if you've had your character read, it would be pretty easy to find that way. I will say the most recent session is not up on YouTube yet, but I'll be working on that today or tomorrow, and then this will probably go up in another day or two, and then I'm also going to stream tomorrow evening in EU time. And yeah, it takes me a little minute to I cut off the beginning is often just me like typing and inviting people. So I've been cutting off the first little bit, and usually at the end it's me like putting everything down. So I usually cut off the beginning and the end, and then I go through and I find all the timestamps for when the stories start, and then that goes up on YouTube so that you can chill and listen to either everything or go find the specific story you were looking for. Or if there's a story you wanted to share with somebody, you can easily timestamp them and share it from there. But yeah, that does take a little time. I'm trying to find a balance between like what makes things easy for you all without putting in so much work that I can't keep up with it. But yeah, you are welcome. Hello, welcome in. You're Alda? Yeah, so that's YouTube is where to find the VODs for these so you can watch them later, especially if you had to leave but you wanted to hear the rest of the stories, or if you just want to hear all the stories we've read so far. Only session 1. I didn't realize people wanted to watch these later, so I hadn't paid attention to the recordings for session 1, and TikTok failed to actually provide me with a download for that one. It is 2 seconds long instead of 3 hours. So if your character was read in session 1, it is lost to time. It was an ephemeral moment we all got to share, and no one else can have it. But after that, yeah. Lost to time, sadly. Alright. For FaeCharmer. Session 1 goes into the time soup. Yeah. Got yooted by the Lord of Yeet. And it was yote. Alright, coffee is done. So, let us read another story for FaeCharmer. Character name, Kairan. She, hers, drow, wizard, blade singer, 102 years old, party role, ball of sunshine. And so it was, and so it shall eat. Perfection. A Discord roll lot of eat. Who would get that roll? And may you be eatist. Sunshine time. Backstory. Me. You. The lot of eateth. Backstory. The Underdark, escaping an arranged marriage and her tyrannical mother, but leaving her twin brother and loving fathers behind. As a follower of Eleanor, she wants to prove she is not her upbringing. A ball of sunshine from a dark place. They will be yeeted with love. The lot of yeet goes to live notice. Current story arc. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that it's all mine. Oh. Whoa. Which happens to be a Dragonborn paladin. Current story arc. Having fallen in love with a Dragonborn paladin, she confronted her past and took charge of her life. She has supported the party, memorialized those they lost, and recently married a aforementioned paladin. Presently, she travels as a merchant and enchanter with her new family, dancing to sea shanties on the open waters. Aww. Specific anecdote. Welcome back, Bramble. Specific anecdote. We are not the past, but a collection of wisdoms gained from it. We live, we learn, and we grow. An aside to her son as he grapples with his past mistakes. Marriage is what brings us together today. That is perhaps my favorite movie of all time. Character details. A lavender favorite color. That is essentially purple. Loves reading. Hates arrogance. Can't help but adopt up-and-coming adventurers. Lavender tattoos are along the sides of her face and on the and from the nape of her neck down and around to the front of her left thigh. Around her right bicep is one final tattoo. Also, unlike most drow, her eyes are purple. Purple with style. Yes, The Princess Bride. I own 2 movies on DVD, and it is The Princess Bride and The Count of Monte Cristo. So, but can we adopt her? Purple. Pebble! Are you still with us? What was your character's name? Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Perfect, I found it. Yeah, there's the lore, the chapters for lore. Princess Bride, Labyrinth, and Howl's Moving Castle. Very good. You cannot stop us from adopting. Alright, next story for Pebble. Character name Senkrass. Did I do it? Senkrass. Other names: Draken, fake name; Dizzy, childhood name. They, them. Blue Dragonborn, Bard, Flute. I like that it's written how many folks have written their subclass. The Flute subclass, 35 years old. Party role: they are the spokesperson of the group, persuading and deceiving. They're also the summoner of creatures of the group. Let me rephrase. Can we get adopted by her? Backstory. College of Flute. They come from a blue dragonborn clan in a faraway multi-species city. They grew as a musician and comedian and ended up playing for the nobles of the city until one day they made a joke of the noble in charge of the city to defend a younger human musician who was struggling to keep up with the orchestra. That sunk their reputation in the city, bringing dishonor to their dishonor to their clan, and thus being forced to exile. Current story arc. Since they got into playing the flute, to this day, they are very perfectionist in their ability and will spend whole nights away from the camp practicing, because to them, it is never enough. Another conflict they had is confidence in others due to their past, going by a fake name for a long while until the party met a fellow member of their clan and their identity had to be revealed. Even though that clan member was friendly, they have yet to fix things with their clan and highly doubt they can. However, they have found a sense of family in the party now, However, they have found a sense of family in the party and now are happier than... Wow, I can't read this sentence. However, they have found a sense of family in the party and now is happier and more open than before. One accomplishment of theirs was giving the final blow to a grand monster using vicious mockery. I love when vicious mockery is like the end of a creature, because it's just like, I'm gonna insult you so hard that those wounds of yours, you can't handle it on top of these words. I'm glad someone spotted the Mulan joke. Ugh, I hate being forced into exile. I hate when that happens. We need like an exile counter as well, I feel like. The Fae clan. Oh, that's amazing. Literally insult to injury. Yes, adding insult to injury to the point of death. A bard who's killed not one, but 2 dragons that way. So great, Lainey. So I keep going to drink my coffee, but it's empty now. We will drink water instead. Thank you for these roses and finger heart. I don't know. That's what the kids... I don't know how to do it. Changing username. I know the exile runaway counter is going to be so high. I know, I feel like we need to do some... Well, we need our, like, backstory stats, I think. We need orphans. Like, killed a member of their own family. We need, runaway. Exile. There's so many, like, great different, like, you know, like, TTRPG character tropes. We will make the... You know, there's, like, tvtropes.com or whatever. We will make our own wiki for this. I'll get the spreadsheet. Lainey has some amazing stats going. I feel like we need to like pin that resource somewhere. Thank you for the treasure boxes. My goodness. I know. There's one that has it all. Character details for Senkrass. The ends of their scales are golden rather than blue, and they wear 2 sapphire piercings next to their mouth. Oh, that's a cool style. They also only have one eye, the other being a crystal eye. One thing about them is that they love playing and making shows for children, but are afraid to actually have to take care of children, mostly non-dragonborn, because they see them as fragile. They sometimes tend to cast spells that accidentally cause more problems than they solve, like accidentally hypnotizing themselves. Whoopsies. She loves her siblings. Expired family member count. Crystal Eye goes hard. Yeah. Oh, I have like the weird hiccup situation. Eli. I've got you up next. Is it Cassandra? Hello, hello. Perfection. For Eli, character name Cassandra Bópeios? One day I'll learn how to read names. Cassandra, mistypes are totally fine. It may take me a second to like work through something, but typically I feel my Pebble, thank you so much. Have a good one. I feel like I've got a pretty good, not always, but a lot of the times I have a pretty good reading comprehension. So I can usually work through typos or like something that's been mistyped. I can't words right now. Yeah. Alright, Cass is the shortened version of the name and the preferred name for Cassandra. I do have a list for the character I read next. Usually as people come in with a character and they let me know, I add them to the list. We have yet to get through the whole list in a live session, and that will also be the case today. We've been live for almost 2 hours, and I'll probably stop within the next 15 to 20 minutes for my voice, because otherwise it starts dying, and then that's no good for anyone. So right now I've got Eli, OceanHarmony, NichtFaehig, Riot, Guardian Rallier, Knightly Umbreon, Boaz, Russell, Bramble, but Bramble's come left and come back. Amy of Asgard, Aiden, Your Effing Mom, James Shambrook. Did we get your character already? And then I've got Mutt here. But yeah. And yeah, if you don't have a character submitted at all, you would need to go to dorka.tv for that, or check the profile, check the video pinned in my profile for all the instructions. Yeah, Alice, I'm so sorry, there's pretty much no chance. But yeah, so there's still a pretty big list. Your Effing Mom is such a funny display name, it really is. So there's already, I'm probably only gonna get through the next several characters just for reference, because it takes at least 3 to 5 minutes per character, and then we talk, and then, you know, I'm a bard, I ramble, I talk a lot. So, yeah. There's a good chance we're only going to get through like Eli, OceanHarmony, NichtFaehig, maybe Riot, maybe Guardian. Unless some of these are super short, then maybe we'll make it a little further. But yeah, the best thing is to get in when I start a live. Today was super spontaneous, so no one had any warning. I didn't even have a warning. I thought about it, and then like 15 or 20 minutes later, I came to do it. And even then I wasn't certain until I decided to actually sit down and go live. Normally, I've been trying to give a heads up in the Discord. And I know tomorrow, for example, I do know that about 6 p.m. Germany time, I will definitely be going live unless something something dramatic changes. Exiled Fae did the change. Welcome back. So unless something dramatic changes, I do plan to go live at 6 p.m. Germany time tomorrow. And then I'm trying to find some different ways. I'm trying to see if there's another couple times I can schedule ahead of time, so that y'all can know when to come in and get your names on a list ahead of time. But yes, the list grew slower today, but it did grow too long to get to everything. To find them, I just need your name and the character name, usually together because a lot of character names share names with other characters. So if I know your name that you submitted in the form and the character name, I can usually match those up or find one or the other, depending on how unique your username or your character name is. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm planning. Yeah. So there may be more spontaneous streams like today, but I am trying to make sure there's at least a few planned streams so that people can, you know, try to be here. My character is called Elf. Yeah, I'm gonna need more specific things than that to search for. Logging out soon. Most likely in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Is there a way to edit your already submitted character? Great question. Right now, not really. If you have like a critical thing, like the pronouns were wrong, or like the name itself is wrong, so something really critical, like actually wrong, I've been trying to help people individually update it by request. Usually in the Discord is the best place to join and let me know there's something that needs updating. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so normally, so like for just like, oh, something new happened, not so much, or like, oh, like what if I want to also say they have a tattoo? Not so much. I have, if you're here and I'm reading your character and you're like, oh, I forgot about this detail, and it's fast and you can type it in one like tiny little TikTok message here in the comments, I'll try to update it. But otherwise, no, right now there's not a way. I have thoughts on how to build. I'm a web developer by nature, I was gonna say. I am a web developer in my day job, so I have an idea to build a little app where you could log in with TikTok and it will find the character under the username you submitted and allow you to edit that. However, that does not exist. I do not promise I will make it, and there would still be limitations as to how many times you can make a change, because I'm sorry, but if I have read your character and then you change it and I'm trying to write a song about it later, that just does not work for me. Too many people changing their character. People would potentially be completely changing their character submission. Oh, let's not have this happening. Hold on, let me just take care of this in chat. How do we remove this person completely? Does blocking them kick them out of the chat? Or does that just make it so I don't see them in chat? Anywho, I'll just say the allowing updates to characters after the fact. How do I ban them though? I'm not getting a ban option. I've got mute and block and I guess report. I blocked them. I don't know if that worked or if that just means I don't see them. I would like to think that if I, the streamer, block them, they can't be in my stream, but yeah, very good. Perfect. I was like, oh my god, what's happening in chat? Alright, yeah, just let me know. So anyways, I would love to let y'all update things, but even if I do make a little tool for you to update, there will still be limitations because I can only handle so many changes to your submissions. And like if I've read your character already on stream, I really think like I've already spent time getting to know your character, and if you're changing and updating stuff, like that's complicated for me. So if I've already marked it as something that I've read, you would be blocked from updating. So I'll just say, I'm doing what I can. I do want to give options for like if you forgot something or typoed something, but also it's a nightmare for me if over 1,000 people are updating and changing their character submission when they've already submitted. So yeah, I want to give you everything that you ask for, and also there has to be some realistic hard nose on things. All to say that. Eli, let us truly read through Cass's story. Character pronouns, they, them. Character species, human. Got class warlock. They are 25 years old. Party, roll. They are kind of the group mom. They take care of not losing anyone and keeping them all on a mostly legal track record. Not a crime on their watch if they can make something about it. Aw. Aw, very good. Backstory. They are from Atrora, which is the world capital, the city they currently reside, along with their sis, where the main story of the campaign is taking place. They work as a detective since they turned the age of 18. Since they turned of age 18, and have been doing so along with their sis. They have also been looking for clues to provide Delilah, one of their other party members, guilty for a while. Oh! 3 days before the start of the campaign, there was some kind of issue with the clock tower of the city, the embodiment of time itself, and suddenly Lucy, Cass's sis, vanished, and in her place a strange spear appeared. The spear could talk to Cass and sounded completely like Lucy, so they both made a pact so that Cass could gain some power in order to aid them during their investigation to try and turn Lucy into a person again. Mostly legal. Hey Maddie, I will almost certainly eventually get the chance to read the story. Almost certainly not today, unfortunately. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in Aurora? That's too many R's. Welcome everybody, how are you doing today? Technically legal. It's like they're only mostly dead. Your phone's alive again, yes. Current story arc. Currently, Cass has joined the rest of the party at the behest of the elders of the city to investigate all the strange things happening due to the clock tower malfunctioning. In this party, they have found familiar faces like Delilah, a half-elf rogue, and Fifi, an owling cleric. During their search, the party has encountered a strange being that they think is called Mr. K, but they have nicknamed Mr. Comedy due to his bad habit of appearing in the worst moment possible, which kind of looks like a bad joke, which, when in the same room as them, makes them freeze and makes their hearts tick as if they were clocks. Oh my. Character details. Favorite color is gold. It reminds them of their sister's hair, who is the closest person to her. They enjoy writing in their diary and doing little doodles during their free time. They also like to go out for a nice meal once in a while. They cannot stand Delilah, one of the party members, who they've known for years, as they always escape the grasp of the law no matter which crimes she commits. They're extremely good at cooking thanks to their dad. They can get a bit carried away when it comes to crimes committed by Delilah to the point of being too persistent. Tick, 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 boom. Still need to watch that. They have 3 main tattoos and a weird birthmark. The first tattoo is below their left eye. It's a couple of dots which simulate freckles as kind of a way to distract bullies from targeting their sister due to her natural freckles. The second one is a compass on their neck, which they share with their sis, which they got once they graduated from the academy and got their detective badge, a pocket clock. The third one are 2 pairs of wings on their back, which ties them to their adoptive family, who are all Asmars. Some quotes are, "Not on my watch," "Who are you really?" and "Let me handle it." Justice for Delilah. Time shenanigans. It ain't got no gas in it. Alright, OceanHarmony! Are we still... I see you. You said tick tick boom. The time has come. The time has come. We did it. Alba-Lia? Thank you, Alice. Yes, for an alarm. Cheese. Just adding it to the time of soup to be given to the lot of yeet. I love whatever this lore is that's happening. We're gonna have channel lore, actually. I have like a whole universe. I have a universe that I'd like to build. I haven't figured out what it will look like. I'm kind of happy for it to evolve organically. But yeah. I hadn't decided whether or not it wanted to be part of this Discord or if it should be just like its whole own RP Discord or what. Because having a gajillion Discords also gets overwhelming. So there would be like the community Discord and then there would be like the roleplay Discord, but that's a lot of Discords already. Yeah. What if the Bard's mother is secretly the Lot of Eat? Oh, the plot twist. The channel lore so far. Lord of Yeet. Character waiting office. Yeah. How long do these original character readings typically go for? So far, I've been doing about 2 hours. I did one that was 3, but it really, really destroyed my voice. By the end, I was literally whispering stories. So that just, I'm not doing that again for my own health. So I've been trying to do about 2 hours. I would probably go shorter. But so far there's so much demand for stories, and I have such a good time being live and hanging with you all that it's hard to do any shorter than 2 hours. But yeah, 2 hours. We are now live about 2 hours, but I think I'm good for at least another couple stories. And then I should eat lunch, honestly. But yeah, about 2 hours. And we, Lainey has done the math. We get through, on average, about 18 stories per live reading. Definitely take care of your lovely voice. We love to hear you, but wouldn't want you getting sick. Thank you so much, Eli. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best balance. Right now it's really fun because there's so much energy around this and so much excitement. So many people want to be here hearing their stories. It's hard not to want to like hop on live and just spend so much time with you all while everyone is still excited. I explained a little before, but like there's a huge excitement drop off after a little while. And while that's totally understandable, it does not hurt my feelings. I know that's just how things go. That drop off after the big excitement is always a bit of a bummer at the beginning. So I like to I want to ride the wave while y'all are still here and excited, you know? And to be here and read all your stories. And I will continue reading stories throughout the year. I will, of course, be working on these character songs throughout the year, but each one is going to take just the songwriting is a bit of an investment, writing the songs, and now I'm going to be working with cosplayers and actors, so I'm going to have to write the song, cast the video, work on the timeline of the people that I'm collaborating with. It's going to be from the time that I actually have written a song to working with a collaborator. It's going to be a minimum of like 3 to 4 weeks between when I've actually already written the song to when the video could possibly even be ready at the earliest. So these are going to have a long lead time, which for content creation and social media excitement is a little rough. Because, you know, we all want things right now, and that's totally natural. And again, not offensive to me in any way. I totally get it, but it does mean that a lot of the initial excitement drops off. People forget to check back in. People forget yada 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 yada. So I had a point when I started all that, but this is a long haul, but it's fun for me when there's so much hype and energy around it. So I like to be here and invest a little extra time doing the lives at that time. Because that's when I really get to kind of like connect with you all while the energy's high. As an actor and singer, take care of your voice, drink water, thank you. If we appease a lot of Yeet, they will bless all the orphans in the adoption agency. But yeah, everyone, I think so many people are like, oh, my story's not as good, I didn't write it as well. But just trust me, the bard, to take your story and bring it to life. There's a reason I'm a bard. Or that I consider myself a bard. Because I feel that I have a talent for bringing a story to life, for interpreting your story and putting it into my own words and my own music, right? That's why I do this, because I think it's a talent and a skill that I'm developing, and I really enjoy doing it. I really enjoy taking your character and turning it into something that really communicates the essence of what you're trying to do with them, or what the story you were trying to tell, if you yourself are not feeling confident in the way that you told your story. Yeah, always trust the bard. They are the champion of aloud. Writing these character songs and only rolling nat 20. Aw, thank you. My goodness. 100% mine sounded way better in your voice than when I wrote it. Aw, thank you. So I feel a little arrogant saying that, but also I think that's why I'm here. I think that's why people are enjoying this, because I think that's something I'm very good at. So, you know, I find that to be I feel like I truly, it sounds silly a little bit, but I really feel like I'm finding my calling in these stories and these songs and this community. Like, I feel like maybe not specifically character songs are my calling in the grand sense, but like, I really feel like I'm finding my calling in all of this. So I'm really excited. Really excited. It's been really fulfilling over the last, this has been forming over the last year or so, and I feel like I'm starting to hit my stride, and I feel like I'm really starting to, like I say, do numbers. It's not like I've gone explosively viral or anything, but I feel like I'm starting to really reach out and find the larger community and get in touch with more people. Yeah, it's been really, it feels really good. It feels really good. Hey, 83, I'm gonna have to ask you to be nice, otherwise we will have to ask you to leave. I'm finding my people and it feels so good. OceanHarmony. We're gonna read Alba-Lia Estel. The Changeling of Chaos. Ooh, this one gets a subtitle. She, hers, a changeling squad, a sorcerer bard, 25, it's right here, 24 years old. Party role, she was a sunshine character. Alright, as this is an English-speaking chat, I will ask you to speak English as well. Just so we can all keep up with what's going on. Backstory. Alba was found by her... Did I read it? Party role. Sunshine character. We've got another sunshine character. Very good. Hey, Cade, welcome in. Another changeling for the books, baby. How long is the list? Hey, Fighting Shadow. Words. The list isn't even so much long, super long at the moment. But we are getting to the end of my voice. So we're just going to do this one and maybe another, maybe one or two more characters and call it good at that point. Hey, Kate, I'm so sorry, Kate, but we've got a list of folks who have been waiting. Your DM said no to changeling. I'm sorry. All right, party role, sunshine character. I'm seeing a was. Is this another immemorable? Why can't I every single time I try to say this, I struggle with the word in memoriam. Is this another in memoriam? Every single time. You would think I'd get it at some... One of these days I'll say it right on the first try. Okay. I'm so sorry, 83, but if you're gonna continue to be saying things that are just not relevant to what we're doing and being antagonistic, we're gonna have to say bye. Backstory. Alba was found by her parents, Silver Estel, elf male, and Teresa Estel, human female, when she was just 3 years old. Found by her parents when she was just 3 years old. I'm putting a weird inflection on that. Yeah, time for the block. I like to give people a chance. Sometimes people just need to feel that they're actually being seen and connected with. I've had people who started out on the wrong foot and just needed a minute to understand that this was actually a nice place to be. I say this, but in general, in my live streams anywhere. And you'd be surprised. Some people, once they're actually talked to like a human who deserves love and affection the way we all do, they come around. But some people just want to be antagonistic. Yeah, under 13 and trying to be edgy also. Sometimes, I forget sometimes that there are non-adults in the world who are on TikTok and such. Yeah, some people are just trying to be edgy, some people are trying to be trolls. So, you know, if you're really just gonna be here to, yeah. So, that's a no. I like to give people a chance if it seems like they could potentially be talked to, but if you're really gonna be gross and weird about things, then I cannot help you. It is not my responsibility. All right, let's try again on the backstory with perhaps perhaps correct inflection. Alba was found by her parents, Silver Estel, elf male, and Teresa Estel, human female, when she was just 3 years old. They weren't infertile, so they adopted her. And once she was old enough, wanted to be just like them, taking people through the mountains between villages for safe passage. She uses a form of a half-elf girl so people aren't scared. A snowstorm made by magic was used to attack the village she was in, and everyone saved her and a few people in the tavern. Oh, everyone, save for her and a few people in the tavern, were killed in the attack, causing her and 3 others to go find those who were to blame. This is the moment that sets the adventure off. After being told there was something special or weird about her, Alba now wants to find the man in the pastel mask, so she can know more about the Chaos Mother and why it's crucial she find her way to her. Oh. Yeah, y'all are, we've got, which username am I using here? I've pinned a message by Corey in the Discord when we'll start kicking off trying to organize some games in the Discord. This is our 6th changing? Yeah, Exiled Fae. Between your display name here being different, I couldn't remember what your Discord display name was for a second there. Exiled Face, Corey in the Discord I've pinned a message from them to start organizing one-shots and or campaigns. The username is a Discord. Okay, yeah, I just gotta click on that actually. Well, you know, parental units are, and family, you know. Thank you for the initiative on that, by the way. Current story arc. This is complicated. After seeking the man in the pastel mask in a town and being given more questions than answers, her party were to fight a massive minotaur in the gladiators' ring. During this battle, there were several moments in which Alba used her mini utility-like magics to try and aid her friends. However, even with her diligence, it just isn't enough. One of her friends was low on health and the target of their foe. In a moment of pure adrenaline, she jumped in front of the blow, but felt no pain. Darkness, however, surrounding her. When her sight returned, she was screaming said teammate's name, out and reaching out, but he wasn't there. The gladiator's ring was gone. The mountainous hills of her home replaced by a field of green, and as realization set in, she looked up at the new party of people with confused looks at the girl who had just appeared from a cloud of rainbows. Oh. Interesting. So they're like being totally set off on like a whole new, it's like a whole new journey. We do love rainbow clouds. Specific anecdote. Alba is a special being, and in fact, she is not actually the changeling body she wears, but unknown to her, she is actually a shard of pure chaos that fragmented out into the world and ended up lodged inside the soul of this changeling, taking over her life instead. Oh. Oh my. Drink the water. We drinking water. Water. Dorko.tv/Discord should get you the invite. Character details. Her main form is a 6-foot changeling with snow obsidian-like skin and pale blue eyes, but she uses a disguise around other. Hold on. She uses a disguise around others. Here we go. I can do this. But she uses a disguise around others of a fiery red-headed 5'5" half-elf girl with 1 emerald and 1 teal eye. What's that called? That's like a condition. It's really cool. I've lost it. In her newly appeared form, she has a few cracks of chrome that have appeared across her body from her shift in existences. Heterochromia! Yes, thank you. I knew there was a word for it. Yeah, there's so many cool characters, and there's so much. Oh, I've got the gallery, which is really intended for your own art, and that can be characters. And then there's character artwork to share, like all character art. And please give credit to your artists, because we love giving credit to artists. Holy man. There's some really fun usernames joining. I don't need to call people out when they're not actually quite here yet, or in chat wanting to be noticed. Trying to redraw her soon, so I'll have an image of her soon. Amazing. Half-elf who's actually a changeling, who's actually a shard of chaos. We also should probably have a tally for people who are not who they say they are, but also not who they think they are. How many of those do we have? The layers. They're like onions. Need to watch Shrek again. We need a whiteboard. I know, like, I'm gonna be like the meme of trying to explain everything. Ooh, doing artwork for me and my party. I have to share them soon. If I had more money, what I want to do is commission someone to do art for, the idea me and my partner had was to do art for our group and then like send them. They love puzzles, and this would be my family group, so back in California. So get artwork done of the whole party and then have it printed as a puzzle and sent to my family as like a gift next year for Christmas. That was the idea. Hey Skywolf, generally to be on the list or like submitted in the form? What were you asking earlier? I told you it's too far up, I can't scroll, but I saw that you asked that. I needed to keep up with the darker universe lore, truly. Truly, truly. Truly, truly. That'd be so cool. In my case, I'm preparing a poster of everyone as a gift for them. Yeah, I did do art of the other group, and I want to print it as a poster, but I'm gonna send you teacher's whiteboard. Oh my god. Oh man. What was I doing? Where was I? NichtFaehig with Eleanor. Are we still in chat? The Dorkoverse. We're gonna need like people who can sit in it. Like, who's gonna make the TikToks to explain the Dorkoverse? I don't have a good vision on it. We're gonna need to come up with a system for that. Perfection. Eleanor. All the yeeting and adopting, and we got the waiting room. I volunteer as tribute. Hey Guardian, you have not been passed, we just haven't gotten to you yet. You were like right on the edge of where I think my voice is gonna give out, because I think I'm only gonna go for another like 5 or 10 minutes. Here, okay, I'm gonna do it right now. Dorko lore. Dorko universe. Oh, what would it be called? I'm gonna call it Dorko RPG lore, because there's also actual Dorko lore of my real life that people uncover. Like the Rapping Presents song. Eleanor is pronounced differently with a German pronunciation. Oh, I should know that, but I don't. Well, yeah, we'll call it the Dorkoverse. I'm just gonna create a Dorkoverse channel. Alright, it's under the stables for now. Or should I put it under talk about TTRPG, since technically this will be our RPG lore. Leave it under stables. Okay. It'll stay there for now, and then we can decide if it needs to be somewhere else later. Hello, hello! Yeah, there's a list, but it's unlikely we'll get to everyone. Okay. We're gonna do at least one more, possibly 2 more. Eleanor? A one-shot set in the Dorkoverse? Oh my god, can you imagine? We'll do like, oh my gosh. That would be so fun. Eleanor? Okay, we're gonna stick with Eleanor unless I am corrected. Campaign will be in the Dorkoverse, confirmed. Oh my god. And Novalee. So Eleanor, Novalee for NichtFaehig. She, hers. A forest gnome, druid, Circle of the Shepherd, 173 years old. Party role, supporting healer. She loves to help others. She mostly heals, but also helps a lot with her abilities like Wild Shape. Perfect. Sounds so fun, right? In the Dorkoverse. We can go to the orphanage, but it's actually all the characters read so far, and we adopt them. Oh, amazing. Dorkoheim. It gets better. Backstory. She came from a village called Snovia in the north near Icewind Dale, and she left because she wanted to see more from the world and to meet new people. Alvar, an elk she raised and traveled with, got kidnapped by a white dragon one night. She wants to go and find Alvar, and her party helps her in this mission because she can't fight alone against a dragon. I know we keep expanding it. The catch to the campaign is everyone has to play characters they submitted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's so many fun levels to go with that. I feel like it's gonna end up needing to be its own category. There will be the waiting room. We can have little, like, places in the Darkoverse. The orphanage. Current story arc. They recently fought the dragon, but this dragon was not the one they were searching for. They also heard about more dragons than just one. Excuse me. They also heard about more dragons than just this one, and they didn't find Alvar, the elk. When they celebrated their victory, some people shouted that the King of Neverwinter was dead, and Eleanor's party had to flee because one of the party members, not her, was accused of killing the king. And we can eat our enemies. They haven't decided yet if they're going to Neverwinter to see what's going on or if they want to try and get away from it. Yeet is a cantrip. It would work like, isn't there like a shoving feature in something with like Mage Hand or whatever? It would be like, it would work similar to that. Like, Eleanor was just trying to get Alvar back and meet some new people at the beginning, but now the party is like a second home for her. She tries her best to help them as much as she can. Specific anecdote. They fought a lot of orcs in a church, and it seemed like they were gonna lose, but a lot of the party was either down or low. Eleanor, that's rough. That's a rough switch for me. Eleanor had the choice to help a party member that was unconscious or to attack some of the orcs. She went for the attack with a level 2 ice knife and killed 5 orcs in one go. That is epic. That is epic. After that, the fight took a turn and they actually won. Everyone survived. Amazing. As an eat is the obligatory cantrip. Catapult. The love child of Mage Hand and Catapult. Oh my god. Amazing. They decided now they're going to Neverwinter and joining the Zentarium. That's awesome. I will add that note. Just because I can. During live read, they are going to Neverwinter. I will say in the actual songs, I tend to try and avoid names aside from the character name, and even then, it's not a given the character name will be in it, because it's really hard to incorporate very specific names of all the things. I usually go for a vibe. Yeet scales the player leveling. I guess, like as level 5 Yeet. Yeah, we'll be doing a later stream tomorrow, 6 p.m. my time, start time. Whew. Character details for Eliana. She really loves animals. She has her own little horde that follows her around but isn't involved in the fights. This includes an owl called Lydia, a frog, Lydia, excuse me, and a frog called Nor. Alvar, the Norwegian pronunciation, which I don't know, was also in her horde and she used him to walk, but he was kidnapped by the dragon. Her love for animals is also the reason why she is vegetarian, but she doesn't blame others for eating animals. They can eat meat in front of her. She doesn't mind as long as she doesn't have to eat it herself. She also doesn't drink alcohol. She's also way too trusting, although it's hard to deceive her. She's pretty weak because of her wisdom. She loves to help others. In fights, she mostly stays back and helps her party. She only attacks if she can't help them or they don't need any. Very lovely. The character and companion names are excellent. I'm just struggling to pronounce them. Okay. Is Riot still with us? I think I can get through one more story before my voice is crapped out. Yes! Morthos. The Tiefling Warlock? Does that sound correct? My first D&D character and my corny pride and joy. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. For Riot, we have Morthos. He is Tiefling Warlock, 107 years old. Party role. Smooth-talking charlatan that gets them through rough situations. Seems stoic, but is really just awkward in actual conversation. I can make a list. I can make the list of red characters available to you on the Discord. I have it marked for myself. I just don't have that public at the moment. But I can certainly make the table of red characters available. The Dorkoverse Adoption Agency. Ah, beautiful. Backstory. Born to a noble family of tieflings with blue skin, his red skin was read as a bad omen. However, his mother just cheated and lied about it. Gotta love it. He was cast out and made to live on the streets, don't love that, forming a pact with a demon, learning how to steal and talk himself out of everything. He is motivated to join his party for a chance to have riches, hoping to get enough coin to escape the streets and finally live comfortably. Current story arc. Morthos is quite socially awkward, finding himself struggling to be close with his companions since he's socially stunted. He finds himself easily frustrated with them because they don't take the quest seriously, and for him this is his only chance at a better life. He tries to be friendly, but his efforts seem off-putting and only seem to push them further away. It doesn't help that he has a patron, reminding him at every turn that they are not to be trusted. He still yearns for that connection, but finds conflict with trusting them or not. Oh. Specific anecdote. Everyone fell in a hole trap, and one of his party mates helped him up. His first time receiving an act of kindness. Oh my god. Blind in his left eye with a nasty scar, his other eye a gold-like color. His eye whites are black. He has a lot of freckles, and a few early grays and wrinkles due to stress. Oh. My poor guy, Morthos. My poor guy, Morthos. Alright, yeah, Morthos needs a hug. Yeah, we can add them to the adoption list, I do believe. Alright, unfortunately my voice is really, we're now getting where I can already feel, I can feel it. So we're definitely gonna call it here. But looks like we're gonna be developing the Dorkoverse over in the Discord. Complete with adoption agency, and not sure where all that's gonna go, but it sounds like a good time to me. I will probably be in and out of Discord today. I do need to like go eat lunch and whatnot for the time being, but I will definitely poke my nose in and out of there throughout the day. And you can always ping me if there's questions or resources you would like. Like we can come up with Discord roles. I can set up I don't lunch, who needs lunch? I can set up Discord roles. I can get you the list of characters whose names, whose stories have been read, etc, etc. Like these are tools and resources we can get you access to over the next day or two, and we can sort that out. But yeah, for those of you whose stories we did not read today, my bad. I'm so sorry. We ran out of time. I will be streaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. in Germany time, which I do have an event in the Discord listed, so it's easy to see translated to your time. And yeah, if you haven't joined the Discord, dorko.tv/discord is the invite link. If you haven't submitted a character, you can either check out the pinned video in my profile for all the details, or just go to dorko.tv. Has it's pretty self-explanatory. If you scroll past my Patreon crowdfunding stuff, and the section right under there has the submit your character button, which you will need. And I think that's like all the important stuff. Otherwise, thank you so much for not just being here for these lives, but listening to my music on Spotify and Apple Music and wherever else you are. And it's been so lovely getting to know all of you, and I'm so excited for the coming year and all this music and all these projects and whatever comes from this. There's just so much good energy, so many good people, so much lovely creativity. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Take care, all of y'all. Take care of your energy. Don't forget to drink water. I drank so much more water today. Thanks for keeping on me for that. And I guess I will actually end the live. Get some sleep if you haven't rested yet. Please, please. See you all in the next lives, and otherwise in my videos, and otherwise in Discord. So I will end for reals now. These are so hard to end. Bye!